HOA fined me for having Christmas lights up in February, then got fined for their own holiday display. A long conference table sits in the middle of a sterile meeting room. Fluorescent lights hum. Framed documents of HOA policies and community standards hang on the walls. A constant reminder of who runs things here. The seats are filled. Some neighbors quietly, heads down, unwilling to get involved. Others lean in, whispering. At the head of the table sits Mr. Thompson, 55, a smug, self-important man in an expensive blazer. His arms are crossed, his lips curled into a sneer. The air is thick with tension. Across from him, Alex Parker, 3rd E0S, sharp, calm, but eyes burning with defiance, leans forward, hands clenched into fists on the table. This isn't their first fight, but it will be their last. Do you enjoy being a goddamn nuisance, Parker? Because it's starting to feel like you're just teasing me. Do you mean by following the same rules you enforce? That kind of nuisance? Cut the smart-ass bullshit. You left your acky-ass Christmas lights up into February. That's fine. End of story. Oh, you're right, it is a fine, just not mine. A murmur ripples through the room. Some of the board members exchange glances. Mr. Thompson's smirk flickers. Just for a second. He doesn't like surprises. Oh, don't start with this petty tit-for-tat bullshit. You broke the rule. You paid. That's how it works. That's how it worked. Past tense. But now I have let's call it a precedent. Alex reaches into a manila folder and pulls out printed photos. Neatly time-stamped, they show the HOA's massive Easter display. Banners, lights, and decorations, long past their deadline for seasonal decor. Gasps. Whispers. Mr. Thompson's face darkens. He knows where this is going. See, these were taken weeks after your own rules say all decorations must come down. Now, I don't mind a little holiday cheer, but you sure seemed to mind when it was at my house. Thompson snatches one of the photos, flipping through it. His jaw tightens. His go fights against reality. This is bullshit. That's not what the code enforcement said. Boom. A legal document slides across the table. A formal complaint. Filed against the HOA itself. The room erupts. Some neighbors shipper excitedly, others nod approvingly. A few board members shifted uncomfortably, like they knew this day was coming. Thompson's hands shake slightly as he flips through the paperwork. His face goes red, not just from anger, but realization. Alex just beat him at his own game. You fucking snake. Oh, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? Silence. Thompson's fingers drum against the table. He's trying to salvage control, but it's slipping fast. He glances at the other board members, but they avoid eye contact. You have no idea who you're messing with. Oh, but I do. And so does the city. Alex taps the legal complaint, emphasizing the words selective enforcement and retaliatory fining. Thompson, this could be a real problem. Do you think this is over? No, Thompson. I think this is just getting started. Got it? We're keeping this heated, sharp, and cinematic like a courtroom drama meets suburban warfare. This next part will scale the battle, showing Alex pushing back harder while Mr. Thompson gets increasingly desperate and sloppy. Let's dive straight in. A crisp winter night. Snow lingers on rooftops, and the neighborhood is eerily silent. Alex stands on the porch, sipping a beer, gazing at the now-removed Christmas lights. The house looks odd, but inside, Alex is seething. A low rumble of an engine approaching. Headlights flash. A black sedan slows down in front of the house. Alex squints. No plates on the front. Mr. Thompson sits behind the wheel, gripping it too tightly. His jaw clenches as he glares at Alex through the windshield. His hands twitch. He itches to lash out, but not here. Not yet. After a few moments, the sedan pulls away, disappearing into the dark. But Alex saw the whole damn thing. Alex tosses the empty beer bottle into the trash, pulls out their phone. He starts snapping pictures of the street, documenting the drive-by intimidation. Alex walks outside, stretching when they notice something new on the mailbox. A folded-up yellow envelope, the kind the HOA loves to use. A dry laugh escapes Alex's lips. "Oh, Thompson, you sloppy mothers." Across the street, Mrs. Patel watches from her porch. She folds her arms and nods knowingly. Bit obvious. Is not even trying to hide it anymore. "My respects." Patel steps forward, voice dropping. "Don't pay for hoes. Appeal them. Make 'em prove it." Alex raises an eyebrow. "Now we're talking." A monthly HOA meeting. A room full of homeowners, some looking bored, others nervous. Alex stands, holding a stack of paperwork. Thompson sits at the head of the table, legs crossed, smirking. "So, let me get this straight. My trash bins being outside for an extra hour is a violation?" Alex slaps down a photo on the table. Several other houses with ins out for days. But these houses? No fines. Thompson doesn't even blink. Maybe those homeowners follow actual community standards. "Oh, like you?" Another two lands on the table, this time Thompson's own house. His bins were out for 2 full days past collection. The room murmurs. Thompson's smirk twitches. "Oh, grow up, Parker. Do you think this means something?" "It means selective enforcement. And that's not just an HOA issue, Thompson. That's illegal." The tension in the room shifts. Eyes dart between Thompson and Alex. Some board members exchange nervous glances. A dimly lit room. Alex sits at a desk, laptop glowing. The HOA harassment folder is now filled. Documents, timestamps, photos, and a full-blown case file. The groundwork is laid. "Got something interesting. Check the HOA budget reports." Alex frowns, opens the HOA financial disclosures from the website, skims through numbers. Then, a pause, a smirk. "Jack," a line item buried in tiny print. "HOA discretionary funds, $500 for community holiday displays." "Oh, you stupid, arrogant bastard." That money? It was used to buy and install the very same holiday display that Thompson fined Alex for. The receipts prove it. Alex leans back, exhaling. This isn't just a battle anymore. This is a war. A clipboard-wielding HOA enforcer stands at the door. A smug little man named Daniels 40S, Thompson's lapdog. Alex opens the door with a knowing smile. Another complaint has been filed. Shocking. Failure to maintain consistent driveway cleanliness. $200 fine. Alex takes the paper, gives it a slow once-over, then rips it in half. "You can't just..." "You know what's funny, Daniels? I found out where the HOA's holiday funds went. Care to guess?" Daniels freezes. His eyes flicker with unease. He knows. "Yeah, tell Thompson I'll be seeing him all soon." A gathering of homeowners. Alex stands on a picnic table, holding up documents. Neighbors listen, some skeptical, others angry. Mrs. Patel stands at their side. "They fined me for Christmas lights but used our HOA fees for their damn decorations. This isn't about rules. This is about control." Murmurs. Some residents nod, murmuring agreement. A few steps forward, asking for copies of the evidence. Across the park, a furious Mr. Thompson watches from his car, gripping the steering wheel. His control is slipping. He can feel it. Alex has gathered evidence. The community is trying to turn, and Thompson? He's getting desperate. This round is full of public clashes, legal threats, and the moment Thompson makes the biggest mistake of his life. Let's turn up the heat. Thump. Alex jolts awake at the sound, throws on a hoodie and swings open the front door, just in time to see a truck speeding away. On the lawn is a fresh HOA violation letter. Alex picks it up, still groggy. A packed meeting. Board members shift uneasily, sensing the chaos brewing. Thompson? He sits at the head of the table, mask slipping, sweat on his brow, jaw tight. Alex enters, folder in hand, grin sharp. Parker, you're this close to finding yourself legally evicted. Gasps. Murmurs. Alex, unfazed, tilts their head. Oh yeah? And what's that case going to look like when the city sees that you've been stealing from the HOA budget? Dead silence. A board member chokes on their coffee. You better be careful with that bullshit accusation. No bullshit, just numbers, receipts, and a few very, very interesting emails. Alex pulls out a printed email chain, highlighted sections showing Thompson approving funds for seasonal beautification right before fining Alex for their Christmas lights. Murs paddle steps forward, arms crossed. Halloween, $1,200. Thanksgiving, $1,700. Christmas, $4,500. All unauthorized. This is a witch hunt. No, Thompson, this is a fraud investigation. The room erupts. Some neighbors do approvingly, and others murmur in shock. The board exchanges nervous glances. Thompson? He knows he's losing. A group of homeowners gather, more than last time. Alex stands in the center holding up documents. The battle lines are being drawn. These fines? They're a scam. The HOA isn't about maintaining property values. It's about lining pockets and controlling people. A man in the crowd steps forward. Did you get proof? Alex hands over documents, budgets, email chains, photos. Doug flips through them. His expression darkens. Jesus Christ. Mercy Paddle speaks up. It's worse than you think. The HOA can legally sue residents, tie them up in court, and force them to sell. It's happened before. A few neighbors exchange nervous glances. A woman, Sandra, 30S, single mom, worried, speaks up. They threatened me last year when I couldn't afford a lawn care fine. A ripple of anger moves through the crowd. Thompson created fear, and now that fear is turning into rage. We don't have to take this. We can fight back. Doug Oates, handing the papers back. Doug, all right, what's the plan? A sunny day. Families walk past, kids laughing and neighbors chatting, but something's off. A new giant HOA banner hangs outside the clubhouse. Alex stares. A slow smile spreads across their face. You have got to be kidding me. A neighbor, Ted, walks up, frowning. They just put this up last night. HOA's paying for it. Alex turns, snaps a photo. The final piece clicks into place. They head toward the clubhouse doors, but before they can push through, Thompson steps out, arms crossed, face twisted in a sneer. Enjoying the community event? Oh, I am, because you just signed your name eviction notice. Thompson's smirk fades. Alex holds up their phone. HO-funded decorations. Again, your decorations, not approved by the board. Thompson's ace tightens. He knows. You little shit. There it is. The real you. Thompson steps closer, invading Alex's space, lowers his voice. You think you're so fucking smart. You're playing a game you can't win. Nah, Thompson, you already lost. Alex races their phone, revealing its recording. Thompson blinks. Eyes dart to the screen. He just threatened a homeowner on record. Smile for the board hearing, asshole. This is where everything explodes, the final public confrontation. Alex drops the bombshell, the HOA implodes, and Thompson, he's about to burn himself alive. This is the showdown. A packed house. Tension so thick you could choke on it. The entire community has turned out for this HOA meeting. Neighbors, board members, and one city official sitting in the back. Everyone knows something is coming. At the front table, Thompson sits with the HOA board, faking calm, but his knee bounces under the table. Next to him, his lapdog Daniels is visibly sweating. Alex walks in, cool and composed, but carrying a thick folder. They lock eyes with Thompson. No words, just a smirk. Thompson glares. He's not dead yet, but he's about to be. The meeting starts. A bored HOA secretary drones on about landscaping rules. The audience fidgets. They're here for one reason. Alex. Finally, the floor is open for homeowner concerns. Alex stands up, folder in hand. GI has a quick question about HOA spending policies. Thompson shifts in his seat. The room goes silent. He knows. The whole damn room knows. We follow strict guidelines, you know that, Parker. Oh, do you? Because it looks like you've been burning through HOA funds like a drunken blackjack player, murmurs. Alex pulls out a printed spreadsheet and tosses it on the table. Let's talk about these 4 grand Christmas decorations you fined me for. Gasps. Someone whistles. Thompson's face drains of color. That spending was approved. By oh, because of these signatures? They're yours. Alex slaps down mail printouts. Highlighted text. Thompson authorizing purchases. Without board approval. Whispers turn into outright chatter. Neighbors turn to each other, nodding. Some star pulling out their phones, recording. Mrs. Paddle leans forward, voice deadly calm. That's embezzlement. This is lit shit. Oh, it gets worse. Because I filed a complaint with the city's housing authority. Boom. The city official in the back is forward. Thompson's C tightens. He knows he's been caught, but he won't go down easy. Do you think the city gives a shit about a few holiday lights? We do. The room erupts. Thompson goes rigid. He apps toward the official. Mr. Thompson, the HOA is subject to financial audits when homeowner funds are misused. Based on this evidence, an official inquiry is being launched. Thompson's face is pure rage. He turns back to Alex. You fucking snake. Oh, Thompson, don't be mad. You know what they say, rules are rules. The neighbors are loving it. Smirks, mutters, a few chuckles. Thompson is cornered and he knows it. He turns on the HOA board members. Say something. You agree to these budgets, but the board members, they look away. Nobody wants to go down with him. Then Sandra stands up, eyes lazy. You threatened to sue me for being late on a $50 fine while you blew 4 grand decorations? Others start. The room turns on him. Thompson snaps. He slams his fist on the table, faces red and spits flying. You think you can take me down? I own this fucking neighborhood. Dead silence. Phones record everything. A legal death sentence. The city official leans forward. Mr. Thompson, we'll be in touch. Thompson nods. His career? Over. His reputation? Destroyed. He grabs his briefcase and storms out. No one moves to stop him. Alex just watches him go. Victorious. This is it, the fallout. This is where justice lands like a sledgehammer. A cold wind cuts through the air. The once mighty HOA fortress looks smaller now, its walls crumbling under scandal. Outside, neighbors stand in clusters, buzzing with energy. The HOA's iron grip? Broken. Alex steps outside, exhaling. The job's not finished, but it's damn close. Morris Paddle walks up, hands in her coat pockets. She looks at Alex like she just watched someone win a war. Well, that was fucking spectacular. Oh, it's not over, murmurs Patil, raises an eyebrow. Thompson's done. Board's panicking. You're about to be a goddamn legend around here. They still have our money. And I want it back. Patel's grin grows. The next day, the HOA office is a war zone. Board members argue, papers are shuffled, torn, and thrown. Daniels Thompson's former lapdog is now acting president. His hands shake as he reads through complaints and legal notices. Then the door swings open. Alex, Patel, Doug, Sandra. A group of neighbors behind them. Parker, look, we're filing a motion to freeze all HOA discretionary spending. You can do that? Mercer Paddle slaps a legal document onto his desk. We can. Turns out using HOA funds for your bullshit is called embezzlement, and we'd love to see a criminal investigation. Daniel's face drains. He looks around, sees nobody coming to save him. What do you want? Murmurs. Other board members dee nervously. They know Alex has the power now. Daniel swallows, defeated. Fine. A ripple of victory moves through the group. But Alex? Not done yet. HOA letters arrive, this time different. Fines erase, refunds approved. Neighbors gather on the sidewalks, reading their notices. Cheers break out. Sandra clutches her letter, tears forming. She looks at Alex. I don't have to sell my house anymore. Alex pats her shoulder. They look around. People are smiling and laughing. It's like the neighborhood can breathe again. A knock on the door. Alex opens it to find Doug, Patel, and Sandra holding something. A bottle of whiskey. Neighborhood's buying you a drink, Parker. Shit, about time. They step inside. The tension of the past few weeks fading. Alex pours a glass, raises it to never take a shit again. They clink glasses. A moment of victory. Weeks later, the community gathers. A huge turnout. People step up, casting ballots for a new board. The old corrupt members? Fired. Alex stands near the back, watching, smiling. Maru's Paddle nudges them. You could run, you know. I'm good. Just wanted to watch them burn. The last ballot drops into the box. A new era begins.